Hello my friends. So today in the metal shop garage we're doing nothing because it's pouring out and I have no power. Literally before this I heard thunder off in the distance, wind picked up a little bit and the power went out. My walkway wasn't even wet. I was able to look out the door. I have a fieldstone walkway and wasn't even wet yet, just sprinkled on it, and I had no power at my house. Irritating to say the least. Live in a very modern development, and all the wires here are buried underground, all the phone, everything underground, but we have such an antiquated infrastructure here in New England that comes through this development that was literally put in the 40s and 50s that we lose power any type of weather event whatsoever, and we lose power. So yeah, whole lot of nothing going on today. The rain has let up considerably. It was coming down much harder. I don't know if you can see this here, but there's this garage door was open and I didn't feel like manually closing it, and so the wife's car is 4 feet in and the back of this thing it's wet. So the rain got in here pretty good. So yeah, just a tiny little mini weather rant that I'll tack on to a video when I'm actually able to get something done. Alright. Bye. Well, here we are my friends. This is not even 1 hour later from that magnificent thunderstorm that knocked out our power with sustained winds of maybe 40-45 miles an hour it wasn't even 5 minutes. And I'm guessing that we will be without power for at least 3 hours here. Nice job. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear this. Here, let's go over here. I'm not sure if the camera's gonna pick this up or not. I don't know if you can hear my neighbor's generator chugging away there next door. You know, they say don't covet thy neighbor's wife. I don't know. It's a lady. She lives alone with her cats, so nothing going on there. But yeah, she's got a generator. I do covet her generator. You know, we lose power here in the summertime for these little thunderstorms much more than we do in the wintertime. Any kind of wind, any puff of wind goes over 30-35 miles an hour, like I said, with this antiquated infrastructure that we have here, and the power goes out. It's just like flipping a light switch. So you know what they say about New England, about if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes and it will change. And that's the truth. We're not even 1 hour later here, and look, this skies are blue, hardly a cloud in the sky, and sun's out. And like I said, not even 1 hour ago, this torrential, horrific thunderstorm. So like I said, you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes and it will change. And that's a New England statement. Don't try and co-opt that statement if you live in Texas or the Pacific Northwest or in Florida or wherever. That is a New England statement. Unless you have temperatures that go from -20 in the winter to 95 with 95% humidity in the summer, spare me the wait 5 minutes for the weather to change. That is a New England statement. Stop trying to co-opt our statement. Seriously. Anyway, on a serious note, yeah, so hopefully I will attach these little mini weather rants to an actual video. Maybe a video of me cleaning my gutters, which 2 of the 3 gutters on my house are now plugged, but we'll be doing something. All right, my friends, take care. Hey, remember my little mini rant about WeatherTech and their products? I use their wind deflectors, wind vent visors on the Explorer Sport. This is on the Celine truck, the S331, and no resolution whatsoever from WeatherTech. Since they requested the pictures and I said I didn't have pictures, I couldn't get pictures, I'd thrown the part out. Never heard from them again, so that was that. It kind of sucks. You know, it's an American company, all made in America. They employ Americans, and I saw a little blurb about WeatherTech on the Power Block shows, And the owner there, I can't think of his first name, his last name's McNeil, I think. He's such a firm supporter in America that he insists they're putting a big addition to their facilities. I can't remember, they're in the Midwest somewhere. He insists that all of the earth moving equipment that's there is made in America. So there's only Caterpillar and John Deere earth movers there for his project. So he is, I mean, a great guy, and they have great products, but you know, they stiffed me when one of their products broke and I couldn't get a replacement from them. You know, it would have cost them probably cost them $3 or $4 to make, you know, to ship me out the part or whatever, and you know, whatever. So this has been soaking in Goo Gone here, and my little get back at WeatherTech is I've scraped the logos off their vent visors on the Explorer Sport, and now I'm doing so on the Celine, and it comes off pretty hard. A lot of elbow grease. Really, like I said, this one's been soaking in the Goo Gone. Your fingernail is really a great scraper because it's not so hard that it's going to damage the plastic underneath it, but it will scrape off the logo. So I know, whatever, childish, you can call it whatever you want. My way of lashing out at them, but they're not getting any free advertising from me. This thing won't focus. Maybe if I put my hand here it will. I don't know. Terrible. Well, low light here. We have no power, so I was on my little soapbox ranting about the weather and no power condition that we have here. I'm just going to scrape the logos off my WeatherTech vent visors on the S331. So WeatherTech, get with it. You know, step your customer service up to the rest of your company standards. You know, you're not losing anything by keeping your customers happy. You know, if it costs you $4 or $5. All right, my friends, thanks for listening. So here's the logoless vent visor, windshield deflector, whatever the hell you want to call the damn thing, on the Explorer Sport. And for full disclosure, I wanted to show you something. These look great. They really do look great, and they fit great for the most part. I'll say they fit great. Looking like an original equipment part, but there is one thing that I wanted to show you guys. And I don't know if I'll be able to get this to do this. We'll see. In the car, obviously. Just fired it up. And so right there. Okay, there's your window. Down. Let's see if it'll go up automatically. Okay, but did you hear that? Did you hear that audible click? You hear that audible click? This thing hits right here every time it goes up and down. And sometimes what it'll do is when it's set to go up automatically, it'll do that. If it gets enough resistance, it thinks, you know, there's something in the way, which there is, and the window will go right back down. When it's really hot, and I think in the moldings are kind of, you know, really pliable, really flexible, it'll hit and it'll go right back down, and it's annoying. Sometimes you have to stand outside the car and hold the vent visor out so that the window will go up. We have one installed on a fleet vehicle, and that one is so bad that it doesn't have the resistance feature where if the window hits some resistance, it'll go back down so you could pinch your fingers in it. It's an older model Explorer. What that one will actually do is it hits so hard right here, it stops. It will stop the glass. It won't even go past it. It won't go up. It won't go down. And, you know, you have to force it. So a little bit of truth here in the fitment for the Explorers. Now, I've had them in a couple of F-150s, the Celine S331, as I mentioned. My son's daily driver, F-150, and they fit perfectly. Up, down, flawlessly, every time. But here in this car, honestly, like I said, I'll leave them in. I like what they do. You know, you're able to keep your window like this in the rain and still get a little bit of ventilation. I like the way they look. I'm going to keep them in here, but in truth, to be completely truthful, the fitment is not that great for the Explorer. And on a hot day, I'll be able to show you. I'll make a video of it. It'll hit right in that little area, and boom, it'll send the window right back down, and it's a real nuisance. All right, my friends, thanks for listening.